Welcome to Training Tuesday, and thank you for joining our webinar today. I am not Heidi Reese. My name is Drew Roby, and I will be filling in for Heidi while she is out. I am the Marketing Program Specialist here at Dayton Superior, and I'd like to go over a couple items before we get started today. I wanted to remind everyone that you are muted so that the presentation can be conducted without any outside disruptions, but please feel free to provide us with any questions that you may have throughout the presentation and at the end when we'll have a short Q&A session. You can provide those questions through the chat or the QA functionality in Zoom. As a reminder, each of our webinars are recorded and placed on our Dayton Superior YouTube channel, as well as on our DaytonSuperior.com website. Just search Training Tuesday, and you will see a link to past webinars. Today's presentation is intended for training purposes only, and you can find technical and product information mentioned in today's training on DaytonSuperior.com. So who is Dayton Superior? You may know Dayton Superior for their accessories lines, such as tiltup, that we'll be discussing in today's training, but did you know that we are the leading provider of engineered solutions and products for the concrete construction industry? We specialize in accessories, chemicals, and forming, and have proven results through our Simons forming shoring portfolio with systems that are adaptable, strong, and save on labor costs. We also specialize in concrete repair and restoration products that are specifically formulated to meet the design specifications in new construction or in retrofit or repair needs. In addition, we provide bridge deck, rebar splicing, precast, and tilt-up construction engineering solutions, products and training geared for you. In today's presentation, we will be discussing tilt-up bracing solutions with Tyler Huffman, who is one of our technical sales representatives for Tilt. Tyler has a bachelor's degree from Lock Haven University and began at Dayton Superior in 2015 as a field installer for AccuBrace. He then became the lead installer, completing day-to-day operations as well as overseeing all installation schedules and organization. He began advancing his knowledge for all tilt products and moved into the Northeast tilt-up technical position and is a great asset in assisting our customers with their technical concerns. Let's welcome Tyler as he teaches us about the bracing solutions for tilt-up. Tyler?
Thanks, Drew. I want to thank everyone for being here today and joining us. There we go. So Dayton Superior and tilt-up. Dayton Superior has been involved in the tilt-up industry for over 60 years. They are a key contributor of Tilt-Up Concrete Association and continuing supporter as a sustaining member. Together, they have 220 plus years of combined experience on the tilt team. Years ago, Dayton Superior acquired Tiltup and TiltWorks and AccuBrace, which are both Robert Akin Award winners for innovation. A few years ago, Dayton Superior put together the Superior Tilt team, which made a one-stop shop for everything Tiltup with a single email that you can reach out to for estimation, engineering, or site solutions and support. Superior Tilt, like I said, the one-stop shop, it provides a direct connection to a nationwide engineering network, along with project estimation services with an expedited turnaround, lift and brace engineering packages, engineered solutions which can adapt quickly to the ever-changing tilt-up market, and market-focused business segment providing bundled solutions to customers, accessories, chemicals, engineering, field services, you name it. Some of the things when you're talking bracing systems for projects, a couple of things that you're going to need to know is what type of brace you need for the project, the availability of these braces, whether you're bracing to dead men, slab, or HGA, whether the panels are going to be braced inside or outside, and also what maximum wind speed will be used for the project. Dayton Superior has a very large fleet of braces. Our shorter braces are our adjustable braces. We have adjustable braces from 5 to 8 feet, 8 to 14 feet, and 14.6 to 23.6, and also our B5, which is 22 to 30. Once you get past these braces, we have a line of solid braces, and we actually have a new addition, which is our Superior 62. That is our newest offered brace. This is going to be one of our 52-foot braces that is assembled on site with an extension and coupler. We saw the demand for the panels getting taller in the data center markets, and put together to create the 62-foot brace. We do have these in our fleet now, and they are available for rental or purchase with your nearest Dayton Superior dealer. Okay, here's your basic diagram of a brace diagram. These are some of the dimensions that you're going to need to figure out which brace is going to be needed for your project. You have your DLD, which is going to be the elevation, the top of the panel to where the floor slab meets the panel. It's not necessarily the same as your panel height. Your V, which is your wall insert dimension, the height of your wall insert from finished floor. And your X is going to be where the brace lands for anchoring. And then you have your L, the brace length. Typically your brace is going to be from a 45-degree to 60-degree brace angle. I believe we try to strive for around the 53-degree mark. Bracing must be installed at 90 degrees to plane of panel for brace safe working load. You are allowed plus or minus 5 degrees for this. If you do not follow this, your safe working load for your braces will be greatly reduced. You are allowed, there's a tolerance to be skewed left or right, 1 inch for every 1 foot the brace anchor is located away from the wall. You have the example there. If you're 15 feet from the wall, you're allowed a skew of 15 inches left or right, and the brace will remain in tolerance. Wall panel connections. All of our braces have standard 1-hole foot plates that will ship with them. We have your standard smaller 1-hole foot plate that's going to be on anything from a B0, which is the 5 to 8 foot brace, up to 37 feet, B16. And we also do have the larger 1-hole plate for our larger braces, the B17A, which is going to be your 42-foot brace, and your B18, which is your 52, which is also put together to make the 62 now. We do have 2-hole plates available also as an option. Here we have these are our bracings. We have our T6A heavy that's cast in the panel and has the locator plug. This will be used if you're bracing to the inside. And to cover outside bracing, we have our T5A heavy, which is an inverted brace insert. And this will also be provided with a locator plug, so you can locate it in the concrete. These will accept our B14 coil bolt, 4.5-inch coil bolt. We have our Bearcat bolts and our T13 pang bolts. The Bearcat bolts come in a single and multi-use variant. These can be used for attaching to the slab through the brace shoe, or also if you are not using brace inserts, these can be drilled into the panel also. And they utilize a pre-drilled hole, and it self-taps into the concrete. A good way to tell the multi-use from the single use is the multi-use are gold in color. And we also have a thread depth guide. You can see the tool to the right there. This is gonna, if the tool screws on to where you can see the bottom of the bolt, or slides on to where you can see the bottom of the bolt poking through, that bolt is past its use. If you do not see that, then it's still good to go. We also have our T13 coil anchor. This is one of the older bolts before the Bearcat bolt. And that's a drill-in expansion anchor designed for use in floor slabs and wall braces. Each T13 plug includes the bolt, one cut washer, and one tang. And these are available in 3/4 inch diameter, 4-inch, 4.5 inch, or 6-inch lengths. These were also used for our T75 panic plates if you had an insert that had issues. And we've mostly switched over to using the Bearcat bolts now. We have an example of corner bracing. You can see to the right, the braces are skewed, and that's not what we want. Sometimes if the leave out slab or the pour strip is exceeds 5 feet, you might have to use dead men to keep the bracing at 90 degree with the corner bracing. And the braces, like we said before, you have a 5 degree plus or minus tolerance perpendicular to the panel. If not, the brace's working load is going to be significantly reduced. And we're on to other types of bracing. You're not always going to have a slab on grade to brace to. You may be using dead men, HGAs, panel to panel, or bracing to elevated decks or girders. We do have an HGA team. We're going to get to that a little bit later. It's called our AccuBrace team, and they will come out and install HGAs for your bracing needs. Here's an example of a dead man trench for bracing. They poured a strip footer for the braces. Now we get to the AccuBrace system. It's an integrated inline total bracing system designed to decrease labor costs and increase project efficiency. Our AccuBrace system consists of our helical ground anchors and square AccuBrace braces, which are a high capacity brace. They're an engineered alternative to concrete deadmen or floor slabs. They reduce the associated time and labor costs. They all are an all-weather brace installation, and you can do immediate loading once they are installed to the specific torque that the job calls out. Also, all job sites change every day, and you may need to relocate. The HGAs can be removed and relocated if required. The anchor location is adaptable. They can be installed inside or outside of the structure. And bracing on the outside leaves a lot more room for the steel guys to erect the steel inside the building. Bracing to the outside also eliminates holes in the floor slab and vapor barrier. Like I said, the HGAs are removable and reusable. We do rent them and come out and install them. They can be used with any type of brace. They'll be connected to the brace using our standard brace transition connector. And we do offer HGA layouts by our engineering team to give you the diagram to where the HGAs will need to be on your project. And we can reduce the number of braces needed if the HGAs are used with our high capacity braces. Here's an example of one of our AccuBrace installers. When we come out to install HGAs, this is what you're going to see when we're finished. The HGA will remain about 6 inches out of the ground, and the standard brace transition connector will slide onto that and pin to the brace. Typically, we have install crews in the Northeast, the Southeast, Texas, and Ohio. So we can cover a very broad, the whole country basically for install needs. And like I said, here are the components. We have our HGA, which is your typical helical ground anchor. It has a safe working load of 12,000 pounds. Next to it is your HGA extension. These are used if we don't get our required pressure while installing the HGAs, and they can increase the safe working load of the HGA to 15,000 pound safe working load, insufficient soil. In my experience installing, I've only used HGA extensions on a handful of jobs. Typically, we're able to get the correct pressure right off the bat on the job site. And you have our standard transition brace connector here. That's what's going to pin to the HGA and then pin to the brace. Here's a diagram of how the AccuBrace system looks. You have your installed HGA, the brace is hooked to the wall and then hooked to the HGA. Typically, we have the contractor on site lay out the marks for the HGAs. We come in and install them, and then when they lift panels, they can do the connection to the HGAs. If your project's using HGAs, like I stated earlier, our braces are typically shipped with the one whole foot plate attached to the bottom and top. If we know that it's going to be an HGA project, we will have the warehouse remove the bottom foot plate, as those are not a sufficient way to connect the brace to the HGA. And we will either attach STBCs to the braces or send the STBCs out for attachment in the field. And the STBC is attached to the HGA with a 3/4 inch grade 8 L pin and to the brace with a 5/8 inch grade 8 L pin. Bolts can also be used if the contractor requests that. As I said, we come out and install the HGAs. HGA installation is reviewed by DSC engineer and can be stamped if needed. HGA installation is subject to review of a soils report. We do accept, if the contractor provides us with a geotech report for the project, we will send it into engineer and we will submit a letter saying either the project looks good for HGA use or it is not sufficient for HGA use. And on the bottom, we just have an example. When the HGA is being installed, it needs to be installed at the same brace angle that is on the panel book. So the HGA needs to match the brace angle, and there is a ±5 degree tolerance for that also. It's an inline system, so everything needs to be in line. Here's some examples of inside and outside HGAs. You can see getting the HGAs outside gives the steel contractor a lot more room. They're not trying to work around the braces and create problems with damaging the braces or the panels. This is an example. If you do have our HGA team come out and do an install, our installers log every anchor that they put in. So they're going to log which panel number, if it's available, which panel the HGAs are being installed for, what the panel book angle calls for, the brace angle, what we installed at angle wise, and then they will take the 3 pressures as the anchor is being installed. Once that is complete in the field, we will send to our AccuBrace team and they will convert the pressures from PSI to foot-pounds torque and provide a copy to the general contractor or the contractor if needed. Here's an example of bracing to an adequate slab. You can see that the slab moved as the braces were attached and the job site was going. Like I said before, we do a lot of multi-story panels with the AccuBrace system. They are a high capacity brace, and this job particularly wanted the HGAs outside to leave room inside for other construction crews. In Telecenter, they were able to lift this job in 4 days using the AccuBrace system. Nice clean job site, brace to the outside, multi-story. And as always, we have a lot of resources available on our website. Contact information for our teams, product pages, technical data sheets, safety data sheets, application guides, and handbooks for all of our different sectors. They can all be found found on daytonsuperior.com. Here's some contact info for the tilt team. Tiltup project estimations can be sent to tiltupestimate@daytonsuperior.com. The estimation, we do have an online estimation tool that is free. If you go to our website, you can log in and use the online estimating tool. And any additional tiltup questions, you can email engineering at tiltup@daytonsuperior.com. And all tiltup requests can also go to superiortilt@daytonsuperior.com. As always, if you would like additional training from our wonderful training team, you can request a training class at training@daytonsuperior.com. And also, if you missed the training Tuesday or would like to go back and refresh your knowledge on one, they can all be found on daytonsuperior.com by searching Training Tuesday. I want to thank everyone for coming, and we'll open it up for questions. Drew?
Yeah, thank you, Tyler, for all that information, and thank you to those on the phone that took the time to come out to Training Tuesday today. Like Tyler said, we will open it up for some questions. I did see some have already come in. So please start typing those into either the chat box or the QA options in Zoom, and we'll take a look at getting those answered for you. While you're doing that, I just wanted to remind you that these Training Tuesdays are intended for just quick, insightful trainings. And if you require more in-depth, customized, feel free to reach out to us at training@daytonsuperior.com, like Tyler mentioned, and you can request further trainings there. So let's take a look here at our Q&A. So we got a couple questions about, can you send the PowerPoint presentation? For that, we don't send out the PowerPoint presentation since they are, in fact, we have these recorded every week. That recording will be out either by the end of today or early tomorrow morning. So you can share that there. We do have a lot of resources like Tyler mentioned as well. So we can share those in the email, the follow-up email that comes out as well. I also have a question about, can you send the certificate? Tyler, do you know,
I don't know. Are you speaking the certificate for taking the Training Tuesday possibly? Or I'm not sure.
I believe that's what they mean. I can follow up with Heidi on that.
Yeah, I believe Heidi might be able to help us with that one.
Yeah, so I can get back to you on that, Georges. Let me check the chat here and see if there's any other questions. I'm not seeing anything else coming in. So just a reminder, this will be recorded and out and available on YouTube and DaytonSuperior.com. And every week we'll do different subjects with our different product experts. So I just want to thank Tyler again and everybody for attending. That's all for today. Heidi will be back, and I hope everybody has a great Tuesday. Thank you.
Thanks.